Ciao everybody! Here under the cover is the Alfa Romeo Giulia GTA. The idea was to be there with you to show you the car in person, knowing the passion that you have in your region, because we know that Middle East is in love with performance cars, with racing, and so probably GTA will fire up your passion as well. We know also that you have a lot of racetrack in your region, and that is the natural environment where GTA has been developed. So let's start to show you some feature of the car, but previously I would introduce you Lorenzo to give you the link between the history of Alfa Romeo and the Giulia GTA that has been developed to celebrate the 110th anniversary of the brand.
GTA is a legendary name in Alfa Romeo history. The Giulia Sprint GTA is one of the most iconic cars Alfa Romeo has ever produced. Only 500 cars were built, exactly the number required for the motorsport homologation. The starting point is the Giulia Sprint GT, designed by Giugiaro for Bertone. But the A of the name, GTA, means alleggerita, lightweight. In fact, the most important modification is the fact that the bodywork, originally in steel, is replaced with an identical one in aluminum alloy, able to save 200 kilos, with an overall weight of 745 kilos. The GTA was an icon of the 60s and the 70s, winning touring car championships, winning the most important national and international races. The slogan was a victory a day with your everyday car, because the customer, the Alfa Romeo enthusiast, can drive the same car that are dreaming every Sunday when the GTA are winning races. And so we have the most important values of Alfa Romeo: the beauty of the bodywork, the historical legacy, and also the driving pleasure, the technology that make the brand great. The same values that are still present on our cars and are driving the future of the brand, as Alessandro will explain.
Ciao Fabio.
Ciao Alessandro. Let me help you in removing this car cover. This is the car cover that arrive to each customer. Is a special one. Also, the car cover is a special thing for the GTA customer. Wow.
Wonderful color.
And this is the tricot red specifically developed for the GTA. Really amazing.
Okay, so let's start talking about the style of this new GTA M. First of all, welcome also from my side here in the museum in Arese. I think it's the best place to understand the relation between this car and the historical cars we can discover here. I want to make some consideration about the style of this new GTM. So we start from the front of the car. You remember perfectly, I think, the current quadrifoglio version. It's an amazing car, it's an amazing base, technically speaking. The style is fantastic. And our challenge was exactly this: how to improve the project starting from this great base. If you look at the front of the car, I'm sure you can understand the difference between the two cars. Look how is strong the attitude of the car. You can see a lot of components in carbon fiber. This was, I think, the nice exploration of our work. When you combine the treatment, when you combine the style element with the technology you need for the car, is something very, very unique. Again, form and function. So not just style, but as you can see in the front of the car, every component is related to a specific function. So look also in the side. Maybe we increased the track of the car in the front and in the rear, and the style was developed exactly for this reason. You can see the shape of the fender, you can see the new style for the wheel, the air intake for aerodynamic function. If we go little by little in the back of the car, you can see this sensual body for the GTA M. And when we go in the back, we can discover another portion, another very important part of the car, where we can understand perfectly the mission of this car. Okay, from the front of the car, looking the side where we can see the sensuality of this car, we arrive on the back. Also in the back, exactly like in the front, we need something more compared to the current quadrifoglio version. So especially if we imagine the track, we improve, we increase the track in the front and the rear. For this reason, we need this specific element, this wheel arch in carbon fiber. So you can see how it's powerful, how it's nice to see the real material exposed. We jump on the back, some consideration about this incredible wing, the diffuser, the central exhaust. So all the parts you can see again are made for a specific function. The wing, the front active splitter, they work together for the downforce. And in terms of style, I think the nice part of our work was exactly this, the collaboration with the Sauber team that give us the experience from Formula 1 and the relation from a style point of view and technological point of view. So this is an amazing result, and especially looking in the back, you can see the powerful aspect of this new GTA M. Okay, so now you know something more about the style of this car, but let's discover something more also about the product. Fabio, please.
Thank you, Alessandro. I will start from the front of the car. So, and here there is a particularity of the GTA. We introduced the black logo like we had on several historic Alfa Romeo. And all the front bumper, the front fascia, that is the face of the car, is completely in carbon fiber to reduce the weight of the car. The grille are specific, and all the air intakes are with both the usage of the improvement of the aerodynamics and the airflow inside the intercooler and the radiator. And then there is the splitter that, like in the quadrifoglio, is an electronic deployment splitter, but also in this one, not on the concept but on the current, on the actual car, there will be the possibility to adjust it manually, having also a regulation to have a better surface for the race track use only, and to improve the downforce of the car. The wheel track has been increased of 40 millimeters on the front and 60 in the back, so we had to reshape the fender that is made fully of carbon fiber, as well as the hood, and it is made to cover the new wheel that is 20 inches single nut with the carbon ceramic brakes that is standard on the GTA. And here there are two specific stickers under the clear coat of the paint that remind you that it is still a sporty version of Alfa Romeo, so with the quadrifoglio, the cloverleaf, and a tribute to the history of Alfa Romeo, the Autodelta, that is not because it's been developed by Autodelta by itself, but it's because like Autodelta was not an official division of the racing department of Alfa Romeo back in the days, we developed as a skunk, so in a not official way, the GTA before the approval from the company. And here on the side there is the side skirt, also in this case it's specific, and the aerodynamic as well as the overall aerodynamic of the car has been developed by Sauber, that proved and tested the car also in its own wind tunnel. This is the back wheel arch that is covering this 60 millimeters increase of the wheel track. The carbon fiber roof is standard on both GTA or GTA M, but the Lexan rear windows are specific for the GTA M, where you remove the rear seats, like the rear wing that you can see here. This is the most different part that you can see on the car when you have the concept side by side to the real car that you are developing also with the racing driver, because we differentiate the section, the central section of the rear wing that is manually adjustable from the driver, that can adjust the aero setup of the car to have a different downforce depending on the racetrack where he's involved on a track day where he's enjoying the car. Here is there is the Giulia GTA M written under the clear coat always to reduce the weight of the car, and the rear diffuser, here the extractor that is specifically made in carbon fiber, this with a specific shape with the Akrapovic titanium exhaust. It gives you a sound that is something that lets you fall in love with this car. But let's hear it. So just 500 units of the GTA and GTA M will be done as an overall number, and we made specific solution for both. So the Alcantara is wrapping all the dashboard as well as the pillars and the overhead, because the Alcantara basically is lighter than the leather, and also is has less reflection versus the leather, specifically on the dashboard while you're driving. So it is also a tribute to the racing aim of this car. The carbon fiber as well is made in a matte finishing instead of the Lucid one, a specific solution for the GTA. But as you can see, the main part is the seat. So we have a specific sub-belt seats. It's a monocoque one with 6-point harness to be concentrated on the driving, and is linked to the back of the car, to the real roll bar, the real roll cage, and we have no rear seats on the GTA M. On the GTA you can also share the pleasure of driving and the performance of this car with also other passengers. I think that the best way to say goodbye to you is to let you hear the 540 horsepower with this Akrapovic exhaust, so making some noise. Let's have some rest.